It happens, so you can't help it. Been there as a coach and done that.
Yeah, they're on or you're not.
Yeah.
They were not.
I used to stand there in the dugout and say, Mama said this, we days like that. And that's
Yeah.
exactly it.
I thought I heard it.
Apparently asked me one time, well, how we gonna do today, coach? I said, I don't know, it depends what team you're. Well, the thing was, they were Cambridge. Yeah. Yeah.
It's going on.
Did a good job.
In the last 3 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna have
So he
to
got back on.
It's good.
change
Like that.
this a little, so I'll read it, because there's gonna be some change.
Yeah, no.
But when he's not on.
You're lying.
Me too.
Just all rush.
It's he.
But you got a bad day, and the other team took advantage of it.
We good?
They did a good job keeping.
Oh, it's, oh.
They did, yeah.
I got the team photo and I need to get in.
Yeah.
Oh, I bought it, but it's,
Love it.
okay. It's
He did,
Hey, Kurt.
February 11th.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Still have an American.
For now.
Okay, we had the December 10th city council meeting minutes that went in our packet last month. So are there any, additions or changes to the minutes?
No.
Which one are you doing? December 10th.
No.
Okay, I entertain a motion to approve the December 10th, 2024 city council meeting minutes.
I make the motion to, accept the December 10th, 24 minutes for the meeting.
No second.
I will second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Matt, do you have a agenda?
Oh.
And,
My gosh.
okay.
Sorry, I just assumed it in your packets.
I think I probably did it. I got one.
Thanks.
Okay, the next one in your packet is, the January 8th, 2025 city council meeting minutes.
From the good one.
Um,
I have two.
So this one's January.
What's January, I'm sorry.
Oh,
But she said January 8th, and I got January 8th on the, what day is the council meeting?
Wait on. It was on the,
February, it was the 8th. So we changed on
the
the
8th
8th.
was Wednesday,
in February? Or
January.
Oh, it's on the 14th. How did you get so far off from that? It's on the 14th.
Yeah, it was 14. Yeah.
Okay, so we have to change it to the 14th.
And then this one they do.
That was me,
Okay.
remember? So, are there any other changes other than the date
Did the January 14th.
in January
No.
14th?
You're right.
Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve the January 14th, 2025 city council meeting minutes with the correction of the date.
I make the motion, with the correction of the date on the January 14th, 24 minutes to, January 4th, not January 10th.
So a second,
I will second that motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did you also pitch the year? This is 2024.
Oh, good heavens. Well, somebody else did this for us, so we will get all that corrected. Oh, it's right. Yeah. So on reports, fire,
Don't have a lot to report, been pretty quiet EMS wise and fire. Just wanna thank John for all the time he puts in teaching us the EMS side and all the training he does for us. Oregon State Fire Marshal's grant report went in last Thursday.
Okay,
And I have one truck that's kinda acting up, giving us fits as far as it's running, and I would like to maybe run it in and get a scan done on it, and see just what the code reads. And then maybe have like JR or something.
we need to get, we need to get an estimate on how much that's gonna cost.
Yeah.
Please,
And that's the end of the report.
okay. Okay, new business, Rob left his financial here, he had a personal thing he needed to leave early for, so we told him to go away and do the thing. So, we have one large bill, it's our USDA loan this month. That's the big item in there, and then the other big item you guys will see on there, we did a $427,278 grant payment. That's from back in September, the funds have been held up, and we're finally getting our funds. Not sure if we're gonna get the rest of them out soon, but all that grant money, that large number came out of, grant money, didn't come out of the city's pocket. Anything else? And Rob said that we have approximately 200,000 in savings for the city, and we have about 250 still in LGIP, which is the grant money. So I would entertain a motion to pay the bill. Well, Davis.
I'll make a motion that we pay the bill to the state. As
Second.
presented.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Hayden Wood, Central Valley Railroad.
He is not here, he was gonna come and let us know what the railroad was gonna do to schedule for next year.
He's gonna try to come later.
I haven't talked to him since he hadn't put him on the schedule 2 weeks ago.
I'll just table that then. Okay, Smith zoning. Which one are you doing? Are you doing both together?
Well, they're separate,
Okay,
but we'll do them both.
okay. Which one are you on?
Do
I think there
we
was-
start with 892 Cracker Street?
Okay. You had a question?
No, Charlie and I to resolve that. Charlie set me straight, how do you want it?
So there's no, it meets all the setbacks and,
Yeah, we call it that one. Cause you have to go by the garage, so not to set the 145 or 40 on the corner.
so on 892 North Cracker Street, do I have a motion to, approve the zoning permit or to go forward to Baker City?
And you had a chance to look at it, Bill?
Well, I'm just starting out, but is that the big White House on the corner? Yeah.
The white?
It is white with a blue roof, but it's not big. It's like 600 something square feet.
Well, that's gonna go by the.
It's a little, it's the size of a doghouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I'm originally gonna renovate it, but I'm just like, I got to replace everything.
Yeah, it's a further down, further on there. Yeah, it's not that other one, they
Yeah.
put in the base or digging around.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, it's good.
Do I have a motion to approve the zoning order?
I make a motion to approve 892 North Cracker Street planning, zoning planning application.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
This will have to go to me.
This will get sent to Dawn.
Yeah.
If I can't get to it today, I'll.
It's
well,
still
not
not
getting
gonna
it.
do it because it's not a.
Okay, then we have another one at 844 North Cracker Street.
There, isn't there still that little garage? shed?
Randy that we bought the land from, Randy Longenecker,
Yeah,
Part of our deal was he's allowed to leave all his timbers and that, it's a trailer, it's not a structure, but there's a gray trailer on the property. I bought it after it already snowed,
Oh.
so we said like, go ahead and leave it there, and then when you you can remove, there's nothing on the property.
Then he must have taken that old.
There was a tiny house, or
Well, he had a tiny house that got moved out, but then there was this old rickety.
That's been torn.
Oh, I haven't been up the road in a long time, yeah.
That's it, man, Greg Lucas's yard.
Without a permit.
Moving on.
It's just the wood, he took all the wood out of it,
Oh,
put it
yeah.
there.
Okay,
Okay.
so,
Are there any other questions on this one?
no, with the back part is what confused me, it was the 8 foot on this because of the lot, but that's actually the side yard when you turn it that way, I thought it was the back of the house. I think that's what we're
yeah,
talking.
the back has, I don't know, 30 feet,
I was
like a ton.
thinking that was the back, and it's actually the side,
More than
the
that.
streets, yeah, so I'm fine.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, I'd entertain a motion to approve and move this forward at 844 North Cracker Street.
I make a motion that we approve the zoning permit for 844 North Cracker Street to be sent to John. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No.
I am, yeah. We done?
Okay, next thing is, computer upgrade, now that Rob said what they're expensive, I don't know.
Yeah.
Our, as Matt knows, our city computer sucks. I mean, you come in, you turn it on, you walk away for 10 minutes and wait for it to actually boot up so we can do any business with it. And I would just like to have somebody come up and look and see if the computer can be sped up or if we need a new computer, which I have a very nice laptop that the city can have, if that were used. And it'll hook up to monitors and speed and faster.
Well, Dale does a good job. He comes up and he's pretty reasonable on price.
What brand is it?
Hewlett Packard.
Is it the
Yeah.
office?
It's bad.
It's the
That one
office
in the
one.
office?
Ka-chong. I mean, it's
If
just,
you're working on it, all of a sudden it just kind of goes.
You know,
Can't get anywhere.
and it's
Well,
just,
would the city want a new computer?
We need it. That's why
Because
it's
like
that
15
retired.
years ago, Doug and I donated a computer to the city, and now who was that one? Doug works for Dell company. That's
Yeah,
what I was joking about.
yeah.
well, I have a nice, like I say, the laptop, we can just hook the monitors to the laptop and I have a faster one that I bought and they're.
I think we're just full on memory too. It's
But
just,
I would like,
doesn't that keep popping up?
I'm not sure about memory.
you know, I don't think it's, never.
It's just, it's got all kinds of skeletons.
It's hard to work.
It's time to
I think
make
it
it a
was great.
building.
You could be cleaned up too. You could
We
like-
donated a new computer system, and then it was a Dell, and then whenever you had problems, you know a guy at Dell Service that could help you.
Well, we first need to just do okay, having somebody come up and look at it, and that's our starting point. And then see how expensive it's gonna be from there, because again, we may have to wait until we have a little more money, so. But I'd like to be able to have them come up and at least look at it.
Was that a donation number?
Absolutely. I wish Rob was here because I have a question for him about if you can donate to a municipality and it's like, you know, not like a 501c3.
Yeah.
But whether it is or it is not, I am just telling you, Doug and I would love to donate a new computer system.
We accept all kinds of donations.
I think you could probably have it here like in a week or two, and you wouldn't even have to pay someone to come look at the system. Because typically, repairing doesn't last very long, they just need all the new, it's like an Apple iPhone, you know, after a while, it's just so clogged up.
Well, and just to let you know, I talked with Davis on my personal computer. It's $65, 1 hour minimum, just to look at it, and then you go from there. And for what it would cost for them to just even analyze it, if it's that slow, it could easily suck up an hour just for them to even try and figure out.
Well, you gotta offer a brand new computer.
Well, but that's the question as far as the donating of the computer, so I will get an answer on
You can
that.
donate it whether it's tax deductible or
Yeah,
not.
so I can get an answer on that this week.
You tell us what, I don't know, I'm not technological, but what RAM or whatever. Someone will know,
Yeah.
maybe you know.
Yeah, I don't remember, I think it's got a terabyte maybe.
Or if you tell Doug, like, these are the kinds of things you do on it,
Mhm.
he will just get one here.
Well, when is he coming back for snowmobile?
He was here last weekend.
I understand.
But he doesn't have to be here.
Well,
We know where his pants are.
if you wanna start with, you know, Dale does a flat rate, he's like $50 or $60 flat rate, he just goes through it and tells you what it is, but I don't care.
Well, at this
I don't
point, in
know that
time-
much
at this
about
point in
it either.
time, we have a computer. So, thank you very much. That's not the issue at hand. The issue at hand is how big of a computer do we need? What does we need to do? This is the question, this is the
Well-
answer that we need.
Yeah,
It's not whether we need.
I can check what this has.
Yeah,
and
well,
let
Well,
you
we need to
know,
get bigger,
And then I can recommend if you want me to.
because it needs to be bigger.
Matt, are we currently on an external hard drive for backup? So that all the documents can be easily interfaced to?
We have a drawer full of those, but no, I had a 60 gig USB drive that I backed up the C drive to.
Okay,
And I would do it every once in a while. And then Google then also is a backup.
So I make the motion that we go forward with the new computer that was offered to us. Regardless of what it is.
okay.
I'd like to
I think,
check with Rob just to make
I
sure.
think we need to,
We can check with Bob all we want.
but
The thing is, though, we just got done talking about that we need a new computer, this is hands down. We were just offered a free one, the only thing we don't know is how big we gotta get. And then Matt's saying that he can help us do that. So
But the
whatever,
offer stands even if you don't decide.
see,
You
and that's what I'm
decide in
saying.
3
This is hands down. We have a new computer to be here whenever you order it. We make a phone call.
Okay, Chair made a motion to go forward on the new computer that's been donated. Do I have a second? Okay, all in favor? Marshall?
thank you.
Thank you. We'll get the information to you.
Such a tough decision for us here.
But honestly, if you decide, you wanna have someone come and even like tell you, maybe see, no problem. If you come to me in 2 months and say, remember you mentioned that computer, or whether you want it tomorrow, just would I talk to Matt or Marcia or who
Yeah.
about ordering it? And it will be more powerful than you even need. I promise.
Okay.
Yeah, before tomorrow's meeting, I can figure
Yeah.
out what makes this thing tick.
Yeah, or what makes
Then
it
we can
not
touch
yet. Okay, so yeah, thank you very much. We'll definitely get back to you.
Do you wanna come back now?
Oh.
I like snow chicken.
Okay, so the next thing I get is we have a resolution, engineering and the grant. And I'm gonna read this because Paige just sent it to me, and since I just got back into town an hour ago, I did a few changes. What it is back in 21, when we got the water grant, we put bids out for an engineer and for a grant writer. We got one application for each, which was Hiko and Decody. And at that time, we voted for them to go to engineer and to go to grant writer for all our projects coming up. So we're now getting ready to do hopefully a community block grant for the wastewater. And Business Oregon, one of the requirements is that we have to reiterate that they are our to-go person. And Paige, since the last time it was just in the minutes, she asked that we do this resolution. But there are a few changes, so I will read it with the changes and get it changed. A resolution of the city council for the city of Sumter appointing city's engineer of record and grants administrator of record, resolution number 437-25. Whereas the city of Sumter has been awarded a community development block grant from the state of Oregon for improvement of the city's wastewater infrastructure. And whereas the city council for the city of Sumter is required to appoint an engineer of record and a grant administrator of record for the wastewater improvement project. And whereas HECO engineer has demonstrated the ability and willingness to serve as project engineer of record, and Decody Consulting has demonstrated the ability and willingness to serve as the project grants administrator. Now therefore be it resolved that HECO Engineering of Fayette, Idaho is hereby appointed the engineer of record, and Decody Consulting LLC of LaGrande, Oregon is hereby appointed as the grants administrator of record for the purposes of administrative services for the community development block grant awarded to the city of Sumter for improvement and upgrades to the city's wastewater infrastructure. So just that first one, I changed the verbiage that we just have to appoint somebody for that. You can say I kind of read this on the fly since it was gone. Anybody have any questions on that?
So the Cody as of right now, though, he's not just a grandfather, he is also project overseer.
He's our administrator.
Is that what we call it?
Yes.
Thank you.
He's the grant administrator.
That's a big word, I don't understand.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve resolution number 437-25 as corrected?
I make a motion to approve resolution number 437-25 as corrected.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, just since we're doing this on the wastewater, we're going forward. We aren't sure about the funds. As you all know, things are a little up in the air. And, we also, we're in, I guess you'd call it negotiations with DEQ because they are involved in this because it's wastewater. And they decided that they're gonna go back to 2011 and try to find us some things that were done inaccurate or were completed. I talked to Robert at HECO. He's, talking to our DEQ contact there, who's doing the write-up. And he has slowly is convincing him that maybe he needs to back off a little bit.
Let me get this straight, they want to go retroactive 14 years ago.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
That
We
kind
can-
of passed the statute of
I
limitations.
asked him, the water signer asked it while we were on a conference, Zoom call. We've asked him, everybody's asked him, I wrote an email to him, asking him. I've sent that to his, supervisor. So, but Robert seems to be making a little headway with him. He's a new employee and he seems to want to.
No, I dealt with those guys.
Yeah. So anyway, that's where we stand. And like I said, we're going forward. Hopefully, all this grant money is gonna get settled. So they'll release all the funds because we are still behind on a couple payments for the water. But they are slowly releasing them, so. And I haven't got any feedback yet from the community center.
Then don't be surprised, in 2008, I've been on council for 6 months. We got a fine from DEQ,
I
they
know.
went back 8 years.
I know. I've been through all the paperwork.
Yeah.
I know exactly what went on, thank you. Okay, the other thing that, I can get a copy of that, box R, I probably just need to sign it. What we have is, this in front of you, thank you. A box R water analysis laboratory, there who does our water and sewer. And every year they have to do this water report, the CCRs, which are very specific, they're a little complicated, and they have to be accurate. So we have in the past have let Boxar do it since they have all the information. And I just need, approval to sign this and move this forward for them to do a CCR, or Consumer Confidence Report.
I'll make the motion to let Boxar analysis, do the CCR report.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Or opposed? Okay, moving on to old business. I did not call the county and tell them that we would not agree to their ADA, so I still need to do that, so I have to table that.
I have a question on that.
Mhm.
I got to thinking about it after the meeting. Seeing as we're not gonna, we're saying that we don't really care if they do it or not. Does that relieve the liability from the state if they don't do it? To where if somebody gets hurt and then it
The
comes to
state
the
says
city?
the state says they take on the liability and I don't know, that's why I have to call them. I have to call her.
You're gonna do it anyway, we're just
They're
saying.
gonna do it, they're gonna
Well,
do it whether we
Well,
sign it or
I can
not.
see that, but I was thinking that, because, because we don't have anything, when we get in and see we don't have anything, then they could shift that liability to the city if somebody trips and falls on the gravel. Right, then the liability would be the city's fault because we said that we didn't want to have this ADU, this curb.
No, I'm still gonna call them, I just haven't,
Okay.
unless we like to call them. It goes nowhere. It goes.
I understand what it doesn't do.
488 curves, there's another side of
For $40,000, big hurt. Okay, okay, Blue Mountain Eagle Visitor Guide, I don't know what the deadline was on that. What's their usually deadline? Do you remember, Matt?
It's probably right about now.
Yeah.
Because they were offering, I think, a discount.
Yeah,
And it was, but it was only to put, well, that's actually, what the chamber is supposed to be doing for us. And
Oh, that's
they-
right.
Our
Sure, it was
TLC
good, yeah.
movies, minus, and you were gonna check on the Blue Mountain.
Yep, and I've got the note, it's sitting on my minutes, like I said, unfortunately, I left it on the floor.
yeah, well, okay, we'll table that. And the last old business, can I see with the copy?
Do we?
Baker Chamber, the Baker Chamber has set up, I left some out there, but I don't know that they got put out. They have set up a new vendor application, it's online. They are going to handle all the, flea market applicants. They are getting a lot of calls, because we were getting a lot of calls. And, you go to visit baker.com, scroll down the page, the map's there. The application's there, the fees are there, the fees have gone up at least 10%. And that 10% increase most of that will go to the chamber for admin purposes. But we still come out with more money per booth. And they are pulling in a lot of the vendors from Miners Jubilee. And the thing that's really concerning is Baker did a survey in regards to our flea market. 80% of the people said they didn't realize there were a lot of there were vendors up at the park, because they didn't know where the grounds were. They just were stayed downtown. So the signage needs to be changed. And we need to get with Jessica and get some ideas of what kind of signage we need to put up for the parks. Because he was pretty shocked that people really weren't aware. So we're losing a lot of people not going up there.
I knew there was quite a few that didn't, but 80%, that's,
Yeah, well, Christopher was really shocked.
yeah.
Linda,
Yes, John,
sorry,
yeah.
that has been an existing problem forever.
Well, we're gonna
People
fix
don't
it.
realize, what, 3 years ago, we bought, a new sign, Ron did,
Yeah,
4x8, it's right on the corner.
well, what we're looking at is getting something up off the ground,
Mhm.
more visible, more corners, down farther. I mean, it's just, I'm working with, Baker to do wayfinding as far as, here's where the grounds is, here's where the dredge is. I mean, they have people that don't even know where the dredge is, even though it's a state park. So our signs need to be changed. And we need to do flea market, we need to bring it up to off the ground and be more visible somehow, because we're losing people. So, so they're working on it, and they've been very helpful. And they're getting, I just talked to him, they're getting a lot of calls and a lot of activity. So what I want to do is just to make this, I would like I'd entertain a motion to move forward with our Memorial Day flea market, utilizing Travel Baker and their, let them, handle the, vendors.
I make the motion to utilize Travel Baker for the Memorial Day flea market. Wow,
That's good enough.
that's good enough.
All second.
Brain dead, we just. You better.
All in favor?
I,
So Marcia's been in Redmond for the last couple of days and so have I. We both came back today for the meeting. So we're both a little, a little slow on the button here.
okay.
Daryl, you got anything?
No.
Marcia?
Of course, it's not on there. We need to get that, on our city website.
You're-
The web
Yeah,
page for the Baker County, because I've had quite a few calls and I give it to them and they're like giddy because can we really park our trailer there in front of our booth? And I go, yeah, because they can't do that at Miners Jubilee. So they're, signing up for it so that they can camp where their stuff is.
I was gonna ask Matt to put that up.
You can do that
So you
tomorrow
can try to show me.
morning. Either or.
Yeah, so, it.
Or could we also add it to the recording voicemail on the phone, just until we hire somebody, just to visit this website for the flea market application?
Yeah, just remind me tomorrow, so I'll come in early,
Mhm.
Okay,
for the meeting and I'll work on that stuff.
awesome.
Charlie, you got anything? Terry,
Something in,
anything going on with TRT yet?
no, we've got a Zoom meeting on Thursday,
Okay,
but,
okay.
there was something and I all of a sudden drew a blank on, oh, what is the official name of the grounds or whatever?
No, it's always in the ground.
The ground.
It's always in the ground.
And has anybody ever thought about putting a sign? Right now, the signage on the corner has been pushed over by the snow, plus the fact that it's under the tree and it just says showers and all that. Has anyone ever thought about putting a sign there?
So we can, it's got a sign there.
But it doesn't, not a sign that says the name, it just says showers and
Okay.
it doesn't.
Well, we can put that on, because we're gonna get some new signage, so, yeah.
Right, because I can
Why-
talk to Jessica about that, but my concern was if the official name, because John, what does Nancy call it?
The ground.
She refers to it as the
Super
ground.
round, yeah.
Some people call it the fairgrounds. I've been guilty of that. It is the grounds, quote unquote, officially. And that sign on the corner, that thing's gotta be 30 years old.
Yeah, and the tree branches hide it and stuff, but I was
Blocks
thinking,
it out.
I'll
But we
talk
gotta
to,
get them up there first.
yeah, I'll
Then
talk
we'll
to
put
Jessica.
Okay.
Well, there was something else I was gonna talk to her about anyways, but I'll talk to her about if that would qualify, because I think that we had talked about that in the wayfinding, that would qualify as a wayfinding sign.
And so you brought that up. We went to City Day in Salem last week or a week ago, where we met with legislators and there was like 300 and some mayors and city administrators there also. And one of the big things that is going through the legislation is TLT money. They
Mhm.
want to take that 70% and make a third of it come back to the cities for the use I'm not sure how they're gonna word it, but basically having more people in town causes more trash, more potholes, so they want to give the cities more chance to utilize that money for what the tourism brings to the city as far as garbage and all the other issues, law enforcement.
More maintenance.
Law enforcement, they're looking at, hiring more law enforcement so
I
that's,
wonder if they would help offset the porta potties.
I don't know, but I mean, they're really pushing hard.
Yeah.
I mean, that bill's already given a number, I mean, they're pushing hard on that. So that's something that, may help us.
So if you're gonna do that, you might as well, because of the parking situation on the grounds, for the showers and stuff, also have ATV snowmobile parkings, have the signs so they can have the parking up at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Because they, just don't know where to park with the big trailers.
Cause I was gonna say, the reason why that sign says showers and bathrooms is because back in the day,
Mhm.
we used to leave them open to the public, throughout the summer and also throughout the fall for hunters.
Oh,
Hunters used to be able to go up there and use it and stuff, but then,
Trash.
it's like now that it gets
Vandal.
misabused and vandalized, it's just like the ones we have up here that's got more eyes on it, so we shut it down. But that's the reason why that sign's there.
So, but yeah, there is something kind of, there's a deal too.
so,
Now,
what
I
you're
want to
saying
bring
is,
something up, and you may think I'm crazy,
No.
but there, you know what?
I would never accuse you of that.
I learned a valuable lesson working here for 2 years. Nobody reads signs anymore.
Right,
Nobody.
I know,
You know what they do? They look at their phone.
yeah.
I went to a lot of trade shows in my 42-year career. The later years, there are platforms out there, apps, that you can sign up for. And you could make an app for the flea market. So people come into town, you have to have one big sign that says, sign up for our app or something
Yeah.
like that. And then they have something right at their fingertips. Oh, the grounds are over there and that vendor's up there and that's the vendor I want to see. Or this vendor's down here. So
You know,
just a suggestion.
You could do that little
No
square
one
and
reads
scan it.
signs.
I wonder if Jessica, if they have something like that already. I just need to know.
You know, for
that.
trade shows, there are
we have it.
companies out there who have an app.
Mhm.
And they're not very customizable, but you could rent, I guess, or pay a fee or a license fee for that app and set it up for the flea market.
Is that something Christopher could look into?
Well, I mean, out here.
That'd be fun.
I just had a comment,
Okay.
what was it, last Friday before we went to the ethics training? For all
But
day.
I don't, that was long time ago.
Anyway, I just wanted to bring up, during that training, it was very enlightening, we learned a lot about how government should run properly in that. And I wanted to address that, since there's a lot of snow here and stuff, the city gets calls for people, we got stuck in the snow because the city couldn't plow us out. And we just want to make clear that we would love to do that for people and stuff, but ethically, according to our training and stuff, we're not allowed to. Because if we plow, or if we go and pull one person out in a snowbank, then we have to do it for anybody who gets stuck in a snowbank, no matter what it costs to us. And as a small town with not a lot of money,
Mhm.
we can't afford to do that. And so it's nothing against the citizens of the city or anything like that. But from a legal standpoint, from our training and stuff, we're not allowed to do this stuff. So it might have been a practice in the past, but from now on, we can't do it.
And that also, that same comment falls under plowing out individual driveways,
Mhm.
removing and burning.
Okay, any other councilors? Public comment? Oh, man, look at this. Kurt,
Something I forgot, I have some, to be in compliance, I have like 6 SCBA's that need to get recertified like right now, and they're like $400 to $500 a piece to do. It's a yearly thing, and we've got 12 of them. I'm only asking for 6.
I'll have to check with Rob, because he just gave us a lecture, so you've got 6 at $400,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know how much money's still in it.
I'll have to check and see how much money's there.
Which do you
It's,
want first? Which do you want first, Kurt? This here, or do you want your truck?
I would think that,
Because you might not get both at this point in time, I'm just saying.
I better go with the SCBA's first,
I
because
would
they're a
think
life
so.
safety thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
okay,
I'm just saying, it could be out
I'm
there.
gonna run, I have a chief's meeting Thursday, I'm gonna run the truck in and get the scan done so that we know what it is.
Okay.
And then JR can kind of start throwing some numbers together.
so now I'll give a call to Rob tomorrow. Matt,
I spoke with the cemetery committee chairman late last week, and he asked 2 questions. One, he was just curious to see how much we've taken in at the Sage Stop and Gold Post. And I talked to Marcia, and sounds like maybe 120-ish, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pennies, quarters, dollars and things like that. So, and that's been out there, I think since November, if I remember those boxes. The other thing he asked was, next spring, next summer, would the city be willing to pay for hamburgers, hot dogs, food to feed a youth group to go in the cemetery and, trim, pick up, cut, all that sort of stuff.
What section?
The whole cemetery. So what we're proposing as the new, which is a half acre, and then
And,
we still have to do the fence. So that'll be part of the grant request. Just to
yeah, 'cause
replace-
I think, locked and loaded comes up sometimes too, so that'd be nice between the two of them, we could get.
Yeah, he
You just-
says he's
you just
connected
have
to some.
stay out of
youth
the
group.
Mason side, right?
Well, you have the Mason side, the old side, and the new side.
Then
John,
you have to
Is
stay
that
out.
something you guys would do?
Yes, it would be. I was gonna say the volunteers, I got the grill, probably have stuff left over from Memorial Day. Matt, have him talk to us. We'd be happy to do that. I'd be happy to go up and cook.
Sure.
No problem.
Yeah, I was gonna call him back this week. so-
Yeah, tell him.
Tell them we
Well,
can get it put together.
Pardon?
Tell them we can get it done.
Okay. Thanks, that's it.
Anybody else?
I can make a motion to go to the next one.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you, everyone.